Good morning, Greater Latrobe. From the WCA 2TV studio, I'm your host, Sky DeMalta. All current National Art Honor Society members are asked to attend the first meeting on Wednesday, October 7th at 10:45 in the auditorium. Nominations for officers will be accepted and possible service projects will be discussed. Do you enjoy reading? Do you have a bit of a competitive spirit? Consider joining the Westmoreland Interscholastic Reading Competition this year. Participants must choose at least 5 books from the list of 30 and complete other tasks that the team decides on. Contact Mrs. Memorial for more information or to sign up. Audition information for the Senior High Jazz Band is now available in the band room. The jazz band is particularly looking for students in the building who would be interested in auditioning on guitar or bass guitar. Email Mr. Sheridan with questions. Audition sign-ups are available until October 12th. Do you want to make a difference in your local community? Want to be part of a national movement across America? Learn to be a great leader while making a real impact through Chick-fil-A Leader Academy. Join over 18,000 students in 600 other high schools nationwide in a leadership program focused on impact through action. Go to chickfilaleaderacademy.com/apply to apply now for a spot in Chick-fil-A Leader Academy this year. 30 Greater Latrobe students in grades 9 through 12 will be selected for the program. The deadline to apply is Monday, October 12th. Please see Mrs. Koss in F202 with any questions. Follow Greater Latrobe Next on social media for career resources and information. We will be posting a lot of virtual opportunities this year. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Now let's see what the weather is going to look like. Here is Jake Wilner with the 3-day forecast.
Good morning, Wildcats. Today's weather forecast has a chance of rain with a high of 63 and a low of 43. Tomorrow will be sunny with a high of 66 and a low of 48. Wednesday will be cloudy with a high of 70 and a low of 46. That's the 3-day forecast. Back to you, Sky.
Thanks, Jake. Here's Becca Reed with today's sports report.
Thanks, Sky. Field hockey takes on Upper St. Clair for a home game at 8. Up next, girls soccer has an away game versus Taylor Alderdice at 7. Girls tennis has a match against Hempfield at 3:30. That's all for the Wildcat Sports Report. Here is Patrick Shimko with what's happening in national sports.
Thanks, Becca. In sports news, the Atlanta Falcons face off against the Green Bay Packers at 8:15. In other news, the Lakers take the lead in the finals against the Heat in the first game, 116-89. Also, the Yankees, Rays, and Astros run their first round of the MLB playoffs. That's all for sports. Back to you, Sky.
Thanks, Patrick. In Guidance Department news, join FIA for a financial aid and FAFSA overview webinar for your comfort of your home. This presentation provides an early understanding of the financial decisions students need to make concerning higher education. Higher education costs, the type of financial aid available, and a detailed look at the fee application for federal student aid will be discussed. Participants will have the opportunity to ask questions in the Q&A section at the end of your presentation. You must pre-register. The link is available on the GLSU website under Senior High Counseling Office College Planning/FAFSA. College virtual visits will begin Wednesday, October 7th during Lunch and Learn in the CSC. Students are welcome to bring their lunch and listen to a live virtual presentation from a college admissions counselor. Check your email to see which colleges are scheduled. If you have any questions, please reach out to Mrs. Yetter. The Yale Young Global Scholars Summer Program is now accepting applications from sophomores and juniors for an opportunity to experience life as a university student during the summer of 2021 at Yale. You will also attend an academic session of your choice. Financial aid and waived application fees are available. Apply today at globalscholars.yale.edu/how-to-apply. We go now to Kanan Mulroy with Wildcat World News.
Good morning, Wildcats. The Chinese president announced one of the most important announcements for climate change. He said earlier in the week that China will cut their emissions to net zero by 2060. And other good news for the environment, scientists have engineered a super enzyme that degrades plastic bottles 6 times faster than before and could be used in the near future. That's all for your Wildcat News. Now here's McKenna Gitzy with entertainment news.
Thanks, Kanan. In entertainment news, Dancing with the Stars had their Disney night. Host Tyra Banks introduced every magic performance. The dances were based on Disney movies like Beauty and the Beast, Moana, Pirates in the Caribbean, Lion King, and Mary Poppins. For next week, don't miss Dancing with the Stars Part 2 to see who's the most magical dancer. That's all for entertainment news. Back to Sky in the studio.
Thanks, McKenna. The production of our show has changed a lot this year to accommodate COVID safety guidelines. Reporter Alexis Coletti takes you behind the scenes.
In order to produce a quality WCAT TV show while also staying safe, each piece of equipment and every team member have to work perfectly together. Before we even enter the studio, each person knows their responsibilities for the day. They report to their station and begin their job. These are the audio controls. The team member here is in charge of muting and unmuting the anchor and adjusting their volume. The teleprompter scrolls through the script and can be adjusted to scroll faster or slower depending on the anchor's needs. The script is reflected onto the camera, which the anchor can read off of.
This is the TriCaster, which starts and ends the filming, controls pre-filmed video segments, adjusts the green screen, and exports the final product.
The camera operator makes sure the anchor is in the frame. Lastly, the graphics operator changes images and graphics while the anchor is speaking. First, the anchor goes into the studio and puts on their mic. The camera operator adjusts them so they are framed properly and then leaves the studio. This way, the anchor is there alone and can safely remove their mask. After that, the TriCaster operator looks at their green screen and color, adjusting it to make the anchor look as natural as possible. While this is happening, the teleprompter operator runs the script so the anchor can practice. The team member on audio unmutes the anchor and has them read any part of their script. We don't film this, it's simply to check and adjust their volume. During this process, the graphics operator is setting up the images. Finally, the TriCaster begins filming, the audio unmutes, the teleprompter starts scrolling, and the anchor begins to speak. Action!
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of WCAT TV News. Have a great day, Wildcats.